Hey, 4th and 5th grade. I hope you're having a great day. Alright guys, this is for math days 37, 38, and 39. Now I have it split up into different sections. So I have it on 2 pages right here, but this is the day 37, 38, 39. But I'm going to go over one video over all of it so you know, because it all goes together. So I'm going to start with day 37. And we've already done rounding, so I'm just going to give you a couple examples. And then you will do the rest of them on your own, okay? Or you do those down there at the bottom on your own. Alright, so here are my examples. I have 24, my 2's underlined, and then 96. And my 9's underlined, okay? So now, got to go next door. 4, is that 4 or less, 5 or more? 4 or less, so that means I'm going to let that 2 rest. So that becomes a 2. This becomes a 0. So my answer is 20. So now I have 96. Now, go next door. That's a 6. So is that 4 or less, 5 or more? 5 or more. So that means I'm going to go back to the 9 and add 1 more. So what's 1 plus 9? That's 10. So 10. Now my 6 turns to a 0. So my answer is 100. Okay? So now I have 376. My 7's underlined and 683. And my 8 is underlined. Okay, so go next door. 4 or less, 5 or more? 5 or more. So that means I'm going to go back to the 7 and add 1 more. So 1 plus 7 is 8. Now I'll bring that 3 down because I didn't touch it. Now what does this turn to? That turns to a 0. Now, here's my next number, 683. My 8 is underlined. So I go next door. That is a 3. Is that 4 or less, 5 or more? 4 or less. So that means I'm going to go back to that 8 and let it rest. I'm not going to touch it. So bring that 8 down. Now, I didn't have to touch my 6, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that down as well. Now, all the numbers behind the underline turn to a 0. So now that turns to a 0. So there it is. Okay, I'm going to go over 4 more with you. Okay, so I have 493, and my 4 is underlined. And then I got 549, and my 5 is underlined. Okay, so here's my 4. Go next door. What number is that? That's a 9. Is that 4 or less, 5 or more? 5 or more, so that means I'm going to go back to the 4 and add 1 more. So 1 plus 4 is 5. Now, all these numbers behind the 0, or behind the underline turn to what? A 0. So that turns to a 0. So my answer is 500. Now, here's 500, 400, 549. So, go next door. That is a 4. So, is that 4 or less, 5 or more? 4 or less. So, I'm going to go back to the 5 and let it rest. So, the 5 stays the same. Now, what do these change to? Zeros. Now, I did this in 2 different ways, okay? So, the 4 is closest to 500. Now, 549, if we're looking at, if it's 550, 500 what? It's closest, and we're looking at the hundreds place, so it is closer to 100 rather than 600. So you're looking at the place value, guys. Got 2 more I want to go over with you. I have 867 and 995. Okay? So now, here is my 6 is underlined. So that means I got to go next door. What number is that? 7. So is that 4 or less, 5 or more? That's 5 or more, so I'm going to go back to the 6 and add 1 more. So 1 plus 6 is 7. Did I touch the 8? Nope. So I'm going to bring it down. Now what did this turn to? A 0. Now guys, I really need you to pay attention on this next one, okay? Because there's a problem like this on your paper, on the problems. Okay, so here's my number. Go next door. It's a 5. Is that 4 or less, 5 or more? It's 5 or more, so I got to go back and add 1 more. So I'm going to add 1 more. Now, 9 plus 1 is 10, so that means I put my 0. I still got to carry that 1 over here. So what's 1 plus 9 again? That's 10. So I'm going to write my 10 since I don't have any more numbers to go. So now, what does this number change to after the underline? Turns this to a 0. So now, my answer is 1,000. So it changed from a 3-digit number to a 4-digit. So you got to pay attention on that, okay? So on this bottom part down here, these are your numbers that you are looking at. So like this right here, it says 54. So the 5 is underlined, so that means you're going to go next door to the 4. These are your numbers that you're going to be looking at, okay? So once you get all of your answers, you will go to the next page, page 38, or day 38, and it says decoder. So whatever your answer is, you can put beside your answer, okay? Then down here at the bottom, you will look at the numbers that I've already got them labeled for you. Look at the numbers and write the letter that goes down here, okay? Now, the question that I asked, it says, what is the heaviest land animal in the world? So you have to get all your answers first before you can do this. Once you get your answer on that paper and it sounds reasonable, message me and I will tell if you got it right or not. All right, guys. Hope you have a great day. Bye.